Hi, I'm Lori Ballen in Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how to find the best real estate blog topics for your real estate agent website blog. Today, I'm not going to dive into the steps of how to blog. We do those on other videos. In fact, I've got a fantastic series on YouTube for it's the Watch Me Blog series where you can see me do everything from start to finish. So go over to YouTube, type in Lori Ballen on Google, and go to the YouTube channel and check that out. All right, I also have this great blog post here, just updated this morning on where to find blog topics, and this is at loriballen.com/best real estate blog topics with the little dashes in between. And if you click on the 365 real estate blog topics, it'll shoot you down here to this great list, okay? And then you can download the entire list. I'm going to show you really quick how to do this manually in a few ways. So let's just say you, and by the way, this works for every industry and business, not just real estate, but we're going to use real estate as an example because I do have a real estate team here in Las Vegas, Lori Ballen team, in addition to my marketing company, Ballen Brands, where we build websites and do content marketing and pay-per-click services. So over here, if you go to Google, this is a great way to start, and it's free. So going into Google, you can type something in like a question that starts with how or why or where. Okay, these are very common queries that people use when they want to learn something. Okay, so these know queries, we call them, K-N-O-W. They want to know something. They want to learn something. This is a great way to start off a blog series if you've never done anything yet, is by using these Q&A question and answer blogs. So let's just start on Google, and we're going to type in how to buy a house. Now, what you'll see here is Google is automatically suggesting keywords that people have used recently. These are going to be recently used keywords on Google when it comes to buying a house. So you might get ideas right off the bat. Now, what I would do is I would go over here and I would start a Google spreadsheet. So we'll just go over this way. So you can use Excel or you can use a Google spreadsheet, whatever works for you. And I like the Google Sheets because they're online and I can get to them quicker and I can mark them and save them. So let's just go to a blank one. And you would title it something like this, keyword, or topic, I'm sorry. Okay, and you're going to write down your topic ideas to begin with. So over here, I'm going to go back over to Google and I'm going to take ones that I like. How to buy a house. How to buy a house in Las Vegas. Well, there's a good one since I'm in Vegas. How to buy a house with bad credit. So I'm going to write that down. Okay, clearly if you're writing a blog post on how to buy a house with bad credit, you're going to add in there tips for building credit and maybe links to your your person that can help them improve their credit, or your mortgage lender. If your town has seller financing and things like that, there's other options. Those are great, but you're probably not going to pick up a lot of strong buyers off of a topic like that. You're going to get a lot of people with bad credit. So you got to either be ready to counteract that or, put them with somebody that can help them build long term. All right, or with no credit. Okay, so now you might have how to buy a house with no credit. So these could be your first-time home buyers that just don't have any credit cards and haven't built anything up yet. All right, how to buy a house. Now let's just go ahead and take one of these. Let's just take how to buy a house. Now watch what happens when we click through to Google. Down here, you have this people also ask section. And you could probably live right here without looking at any of my other things I'm going to show you and create a ton of ideas just off of this people often ask. Because what happens is as soon as you click a button, it gives you more options. Okay? Now, you can also do this with your, you might have topic, and this topic is going to be on credit. Then I got another topic that's going to be for first-time home buyers. And then I've got a topic for selling a house. And then I've got a topic for, let's just keep looking here for a second. So where do you start to buy a house? Okay, so this is going to be our first-time home buyer blog, let's just say. And now you could put paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, paragraph 5, and you're going to come up with ideas now related to first-time home buyers based on this Google sheet. So let's look. Where do you start to buy a house? Okay. How long does it take to buy a house? So I'm going to include that one. Well, let's move that one down a little bit. How long does it take to buy a house? So each one of these can be individual blogs, or they can be part of a skyscraper, a long form blog, like this would be here. Okay. How long? Okay. How much do you have to save for a house? That's a great, perfect opening one. How much do you have to save for a house? Okay, so that's going to be my paragraph 1. I'm creating a long form blog, going to dive really deep. Okay, now let's look at how do you buy your first home. Let's find another question now. Save, how do you prepare? How do you buy a house with no credit? Okay, can you buy a house without putting money down? So now you might have a paragraph all about the down payment. You've got a paragraph all about their credit score. Okay, so you're seeing these ideas on here. How to buy a house without money down. How to get a home loan. Okay, that's a good one without the rest of that. How to get a home loan. Okay, now look at this. With just this here, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blog topics individually if I want to write on each one, and it can be one long form. Let's just say each one of these paragraphs is going to be 300 words long. So that would be 300, 600, 900, 1200. That would be a 1500 word blog post right there. This is how easy this is to come up with ideas, okay? Now, let me show you another tool. Over here, I have SEMRush. And if you go over here to loristools.com, just type in Lori with an I, loristools.com, and find this page. I have all the software that I talk about, and I have links. Some of them will save you money. Some of them are affiliate links, which benefit me. Some of them don't do anything but just give you access to the software. But if I use it, I like to put it on this sheet. Well, we're talking today about SEMRush. So go down here to this SEMRush, set yourself up a free trial. Okay. So over here, we'll go to SEMRush, and we'll type something in like how to buy a house. So this is going to be our keyword phrase. So the first thing you're going to see here when you view the full report is that it's going to give you a bunch of keywords just like Google just did. How long does it take to buy a house? How to buy a house with no money? How to buy a house with no money down? How much house can I buy? Ooh, that's another good one. Okay. How much? So you could literally do that. How much house could I buy? Or you could do how much home can I afford? How much house can I afford? However you want to word that one. Okay, so now we've got 6 paragraphs. Now we're at 1,800 words. And let's see, how much house? How to buy a foreclosed house. Ooh, good one. I'm going to put that one down here. How to buy a foreclosed house. That one, it sounds like an article in itself to me. Okay. How much money do you need to buy a house? How to buy a house for dummies. How long after foreclosure can you buy a house? There's another good one. How long after foreclosure till I can buy a house? See, guys, there is no shortage of ideas here. How long after bankruptcy? How to buy a house without a realtor? How to buy a house at auction? How long does it take? How much does it cost? You guys get the idea? How to buy a house with a boyfriend? How to buy a house as a single? How to buy a house during a divorce? How to buy a house after divorce? These are all like on here. How much income do I need to qualify for a loan? I just saw that one as we were passing by. Okay. Now this tool is cool too because it'll also show you how many people are searching a month for that term, what the keyword difficulty is, which means how hard is it going to be to organically rank on the search engines on Google for that particular keyword. It's got your cost per click, which can give you a little bit of an idea of maybe what the value of that keyword would be. if you were to spend to get that traffic versus earn, what the advertising competition is, where it's trending, and then over here you can actually look at the SERP, search engine results page, and look at all of the other items that are popping up when people type in how to buy a house, which kind of tells you, okay, how is video working? Are there images? Are there rich snippets? But that's a whole nother lesson, okay? Another one you can use is Quora, Quora, and I've got some example here. How do I get out of contract with my realtor? What are the benefits and disadvantages of having a real estate agent when buying my first home? There you go. How do you choose a real estate agent? How do you become successful as a real estate investor? Is it better to rent a house or buy a house? When's the best time to buy a home? When's the best time to sell a home? So you can come up here and start typing in a question, and this one will give you a bunch of suggestions as well. Now, finally, I want to show you answerthepublic.com, which is another really cool tool, and it's free. Answer the Public, you go in here and you type in we'll use buy again, how to buy a house. This works the same with how to sell a house, of course. How to buy a house. Now what they do is they go out and scour the web and take all these questions from websites such as Quora and others, and they make these little graphs here with all these where questions, which questions, who questions, what questions, when questions, right? Remember I was saying these no queries. Well, you can look at this in a list form. You don't have to look at it in a circle. And you'll be able to see other ideas. How to buy a house with bad credit. Because these are the with questions. These are the without questions. How to buy a house without a realtor. How to buy a house without good credit. How to buy a house near. How to buy a house to flip. Ooh, great blog post. All right. How to buy a house with investors. These are good ones. Okay. And then can I do this? Okay. And how to buy a house like the Property Brothers. There's a question right there. I can see it. How to buy a house like a professional. How to buy a house and rent it out. How to buy a house with land. How to buy a house and make money. Tons and tons and tons of ideas here. How to buy a vacation house. How to buy a vacant house. How to buy a Victorian house. How to buy a house that's not for sale. How to buy a house by owner. How to buy a house over market value, under market value. How to buy a house using a 401k. You see this? And I'll just show you here. If I go to my, or I'm going to go to my analytics account here really quick, clicky, and I'll show you one of my websites. So my real estate website. If we go over here to searches, and I go to unique, look at my most recent, this is the way people have found my website most recently. Las Vegas Real Estate Forecast. That's a blog post that they found. Best Auto Mechanic. That's a blog post. That's funny. I know it's a real estate website, but hyperlocal blogging. St. Joseph. That's a blog post. St. Joseph. That's a blog post. Legalities for misclosing on closing on a house. That's a blog post. Bad credit. How to buy a house with bad credit. It's a blog post. How long does it take after an offer for a house is accepted in Las Vegas? Okay, so that's a blog post. Theme hotels on the Strip. Those are blog posts. Which flower brings good luck? These are blog posts. Okay. Fun facts about Las Vegas. These are blog posts. So as you can see, blog posts work, and that's how you go about getting your ideas for how to create blog posts. Again, you can find more on loriballen.com. I have a complete training system on how to rank on the search engines, and you can find that at theballenmethod.com. And if you need help with your blogging, you want somebody to write it for you, guide you, do the SEO for you, you need a real estate website, check out ballenbrands.com.